know how they don't count.
That's perfect.
We're pros. You are watching League Podcast. Sell it now.
Now,
Now. Matt Dursin.
play Inferno.
Welcome back, Clay. It's been
Good to
a
see you,
few.
Matt. Good to see you. How you been?
Go. Yeah, we get to see each other in this one.
You know, we saw each other in person not too long ago, a couple days
I
ago.
know it was good. Thanks for coming out. Um,
Thanks for having a Greek festival in your neighborhood
I know it was great. Oh my God, those Greeks
with
know how to.
all my friends there. That was wild.
Yeah, there's a little reunion for you. A
There
little
was like
band.
many different weird groups of friends that shouldn't know each other. I don't want my friends to know each other. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
worlds are colliding. Anyway, while we were at said Greek festival, I told you, oh, I was gonna suggest we do a sell it now for these something that I sold recently, and then it turns out they are already they had sold. Like we didn't have a chance. I put them up the night before we saw you, and like literally a couple hours later, they were gone. So
And it didn't, for some reason, didn't take me a long time to be like, didn't you mention something about wanting to do one of those things? Like, I emailed
yeah,
you like yesterday.
I know. We threw this together pretty quick. But yeah, so I'm going to do a quick screen share here to show you what it
Oh,
was
let's
I'm
see.
talking about. Thor Love and Thunder is coming out next week as we record this. I thought
I'm going to
this
put some lightning effects in there on the video. Thor, Love, and Thunder.
maybe put some hearts. But I thought, oh, this is a good chance. I mean, to sell these Jane Foster Thor books that were out around 2016 or so. Oh, I'm sorry, 2014. My apologies. I think
Where
this
does
is
the time
issue.
go, man? That
I don't
was
know. You're
like
right.
almost 10 years ago. What the hell?
So yeah, they did a thing a few years ago in Marvel. They were loving their female heroes. So what they did was they wrote in the storyline. Jason Aaron, Russell Dodderman, creative team.
Well,
And
hey, I did an interview with Russell Dodderman about this other
oh
comic that he did before he got signed on to Thor. And that was maybe 2011. Oh my God. Where
yeah,
does the
time.
time go?
I don't know, but yeah. So Jane Foster lifts the hammer. She is worthy, and she becomes Thor.
We're not worthy.
So yeah, I was like, oh, this is probably a good time to put these up. I did a little search on eBay. I found out who what they were selling for, and I put them up. I accounted for this. You can see this slight little
Oh,
mark on the cover.
slight foxing on the edges, as we say.
I guess you could call it that. I always am honest with these things. I don't try to hide anything. I
What
put
did
a
you say?
I just said it's a slight. I don't even know what I call it, but I gave a picture. I said, see picture. There's a little. It's like just a little bit of like the coloring has come off. That's all it was. And so I took a couple bucks off to buy it now
Now,
for that reason, and it sold for $120. 8 comic books.
wowee.
Yeah, 8 comic books, $3.99 each. So if you do the math, I mean, technically, I think I got paid $111. Whatever, minus $32. It's a good profit, right?
Definitely. Just have to keep them in your house for 10 years.
Well, just about, yeah. I mean, I moved around with them for a long time. I figured it was one of these things. I really liked the run. It's not. I really enjoyed the comics, but I'm like, maybe I'll hold on to these. And then the movie, they announced the movie. I'm like, well, forget it. So here's what
Kind
they
of
did.
making me think like I can just read these in Marvel Unlimited. I don't really need to hold on to these. And
Right.
as you know, the space is the most important thing to me.
Space is important. Yeah.
It's the
So
organizing of everything. Like for me to these exist, and this might be something I hire somebody off of Craigslist to kill me and come over and do this, or like, or you actually come over and I'm like, oh,
I would come over and not even kill you and go through your comics with you and help you.
Then you would know where I lived, which I don't want that.
All right. Well, we'll do it out on the street. I know kind of where you live. I don't know where you
Yeah,
exactly.
you know my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I always meet you. I'll meet you across the street is what I always say.
Yeah. You don't want. I get it. I used to do that with Uber drivers all the time. So, funny thing though. So this is 8 issues, as you can see here.
The 1 to 8. There
1 to
wasn't
8.
any more.
There was more. It was. I don't know why Marvel did this, but they like to start over at number 1 sometimes. So what they did was literally like not right after this issue 8, they started over at number 1. Number 1. Here I have it. If you want, I don't know if you can see this, but I actually still have this one. I don't know.
Same creative team, I think you said, right?
Same creative team. Everything is the same, but they decided to just start over at number 1. So here they started to go 1 to 23, and then they reached a milestone. Thor number 700.
Right,
Big
I remember
deal.
this.
And so then they went 7-0. 3, 4,
Jane
5,
Foster.
6.
The story in this is really cool. Spoiler warning. But I'm gonna give a very vague but big detail. Jane Foster is sick with cancer, and so when she's holding Mjolnir, meow meow, she is Thor. But and she's still getting sicker from the cancer as Jane Foster. And I think that's a major plot point of how they all wrap it up. But anyways, she's progressively getting sicker and sicker and sicker. But when she's Thor, she is Thor at Thor's mightiest, which is it's a great story. But one of those covers is one of my favorite. But it's like sad. It's like sick Jane Foster with like chemo and like mummy wrap on her head and stuff.
Right.
Like,
well, the thing was right. I think as I remember, she had cancer. She was getting chemo, and every time she became Thor, the chemo sort of reset itself. Like her being Thor would kind of expunge the chemo. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like
so she wasn't getting better. Yeah,
right. She would never get better if she kept becoming Thor. If she just gave it up and just became a regular person, then she would get better. But because she wanted to be a hero, a superhero.
I gotta say, as far as storytelling goes, Jason Aaron's got to be one of the best, and that is like classic. Like, it's almost in a way, it's like Spawn, like where Spawn, like the more he uses his powers, there's like a time limit on it. Like he only has like a certain amount of power. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I thought it was very compelling storytelling. Again,
and great for a superhero.
And great, yeah, and it was a great because Thor had gotten a little stale. You know what I mean? Nothing against Thor. I love Thor, but yeah, there's only.
Well, there's a lot of the Thor as Thor Odin's son, Thor, I guess, in this new movie as well from the Jason Aaron stuff and like the God Killer, which is Christian Bale. So I mean, I'm psyched. The movie is probably pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm psyched too. So anyway, here you are. I put up these issues: Mighty Thor 1 to 23, 700 to 706. This is the entire. Not the entire, other than those 8 issues. This is the Jane Foster run. As you can see, there are no bids yet. I started the bidding at $99. I only said it at $139.99 because that was kind of what it was going for. Here's a funny thing. And if you can see this, listing views, 3.
Yeah.
You think this would be pretty popular, right?
Yeah.
Funny thing, back in April, eBay, here's an article on it right here. eBay changes how it counts page views, which is good in a way. So now they've really just cut down on their non-human traffic, basically.
Gotcha.
Which is good. You don't want to have this fake sort of, inflated sense of.
Right. Like I wonder if even like now, like back in the whatever it was, the 90s, like when eBay's been around for a long time, right?
Yeah, that, like 97 or something.
First, it was the sort, I want to say almost, because I'm like a tech nerd Like it was almost one of the first browser plugins you could ever get. You know what I mean?
Oh, maybe I don't remember that, but
It was like you could get a browser plugin in Explorer, RIP, that would watch pages for you and alert you
yes,
do you remember what I'm talking about? It would tell
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
basically like, now we have a million notifications on our phone or whatever, but like it was the first like kind of thing where it's like, oh, we'll keep an eye on this for you. We'll let you know when it's the when you're outbid and whatever. Like it would just
Yeah,
be in your browser. You could search in your browser. So I wonder like, if it counts those scraping robots and also those kind of plugins that same way.
I don't know. It's very funny. I mean, for years, you would get, because I've been selling on eBay for many, many years, of course. And like, yeah, you think like, oh, this thing is really popular. It's got blah, blah, blah page views. And then you think like, oh, well, maybe I can sell something similar, or you know what I mean? Like, I would
Right.
definitely think like, oh, this had a lot of page views. It's probably going to get a lot of bids, and sometimes it wouldn't. And you're like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. But it turns out most of that traffic was not real people, not real shoppers. So they've cut back on that, which is why, even though this Jane Foster Thor run is probably pretty popular, um, I don't know. It only has 3 actual people clicking on it. So I mean, we'll
And
see
did you
what
think
happens.
that? Well, I you sent an email about that, and I was just wondering, like, did you think that maybe there should be more than the 3
Oops.
that are on there, or are you do you agree with eBay's 3? Or are you saying they took away some views from? What do you think?
I don't. I mean, it's hard because based on like I can only go
You
by
just
what
sad react. Did I make
I
you sad?
I should have. I hit that by accident. I'm sorry, but
I'm
the
gonna give you one of
it's.
these.
I guess it's you want it to be truthful. You want to know the right numbers, right? But I also am a little like, oh, 3. Yeesh, that doesn't seem right. I thought this would be a little more exciting. More people would be looking for this.
Hmm.
But I don't know, maybe, but I guess all along, right? This has been the way, or at least the past several years, maybe. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
and now they have things. Here's another thing that I think about, and I don't know, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but eBay now, anytime you list something, they say, would you like to promote this for 99 cents? And
Oh,
like
right.
to actually list the thing, you have to click no, not now, or yes if you want, but I don't want to spend 99 cents on that because I don't even know what good it does. You know?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to kind of A/B test it with a couple of similar items and run the 99-cent promo on one and not on the other. Just see how it goes.
I guess you're right. You could do that. Spend the 99 cents just to do like a little.
I would try that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that might be it.
I have 2 things. When we'll get there, but I
Right.
have 2 things. You could even do it for those. I think because they're like pretty similar.
Yeah, yeah. No, you could. I mean, it's interesting because, but I mean, so are they? You think they're saying, hey, you should promote this because look, you're only getting 3 views. I mean, like, so
In
it is.
my in
Yeah.
my day-to-day work business, I can say that even on no, I'll just use League Podcast for a perfect example. So we have our shows and we have events and we have Instagram posts and they do the same thing that eBay is sort of. I'm sure you could have done this before, but maybe they're just promoting it now. But they're always like boost your posts on Facebook, boost your posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
And honestly, unless you do like throw a couple bucks behind it, like Meta, the Facebook algorithm doesn't really give you the attention unless you put it up there or unless
Yeah.
it's a video or a reel or something different. So than just a regular post. But what I usually do is I don't know. I do see results from spending on those kinds of ads. Kind of like if it's a concert and I spend money on boosting things, then people do tend to see it come up in their news feed they're the people we want. You target it exactly to them, and
Right.
it does yield results because otherwise, basically, Meta is like, "F you, pay me." You want people to see this, if and I don't do it for everything that we do, but
Right.
I at least put a couple bucks behind each podcast or each new thing, video, whatever. Just like, please spread this around, and it
Mm.
does work. So I think that probably eBay is it's just more revenue for them. So they just think, oh, we've got them on the
Sure.
fees, we got them on this or that. They just start looking to advertise, and most likely, I think you give them, and from my experience with the other platforms, you give them $1, it might go a long way to you ending up in the search results for Thor comics in the
Yeah.
next week or so before the movie comes out.
Yeah, it might be. You might be right. It might be worth it. I don't know. And it is only $1, but of course you can pay more, or you can pay, like whatever you want, essentially. But
Like if you could see guarantee, it's almost like not like guarantee it, but like if I would say, maybe even like if it's a concert, like if it's not selling, if it's going to be sold out already, I don't have to spend any money on it. But if you're
yeah,
like, well, this is a cool band, I don't know why anybody's coming to spend more money on the advertising. Like you could probably work it into your price of if you had like a golden thing that you were selling that you found a free actual marble prop replica Mjolnir out on the street. You could
right.
grab that and bring it in your house and be like, I paid $0 for this, but if I spend $20 on advertising, I could probably get the highest bids because most people see it.
Well, that's the thing too. When you pay $0 for something, yeah, I would definitely be more likely to be like, hey, I didn't pay for this, I might as well just do it. But I paid for these comics, and I want to get as much money back as I can. I mean, but
it's $1.
I
You
know
know what I
it
mean?
is,
Like
and
the
yeah,
dollar would be like one of the fees that eBay takes from or PayPal or whatever. I mean, you know what I
right.
mean?
Well, that's what I mean. They already take chunks out. Now they want a little bit more, which is fine. But all I'm really saying is I don't think it's coincidence that they decided to change the way they count the page views, and now the way that they ask you to promote your item. It's
Mm-hmm.
very funny that it happened pretty much around the same time. So I think
Mm-hmm.
they're obviously thinking, hey, people are gonna see how little
Mm-hmm.
views they actually get as opposed to the bots and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a good time to get some, or
And
like let's ask.
also I can see like I'm like definitely it almost sounds like I'm defending what they're doing, but I just from basing it on what I know from using other platforms, like maybe they're like if you pay, maybe they even have like a subscription plan where you're like they do this on TikTok too. You can buy a certain number of credits and then more people will see your TikTok. But maybe they offer you, if you pay for a certain amount of advertising, maybe they like offer you more insights and tell you like where people are searching from and stuff like that. If you like, maybe like that, just they're like, come to eBay Pro and we'll, I don't know, they probably don't do this, but it's like if you sign up for eBay Pro, it's $20 a month. You get to boost X amount of posts and you get to see more insights. It'd probably be worth it if you're selling as much as like you do. But I don't know.
I mean, I don't know that they offer that, but that would definitely be an interesting. They do have this marketing section. Let me go back to sharing for a quick. Takes money to make money, I think is what they say.
That's the thing.
I
But
don't
I
have
frequently
anything.
see
I've
it.
never really done much promotion. So yeah, I mean, you're right. They do. They have. Well, these are store plans,
Yeah, so
and
that's
yeah, they do
like
have
if
yearly
you run
subscription
like Mile
stuff.
High Comics, if that still existed, you might want to pay the $3,000 a month because you might just help you get rid of all the shit in your fucking warehouse.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not gonna do
Dip
that, but
your
I mean, I don't
toe.
know.
What's a starter plan cost? Let's say Clay wants to really
$5,
start selling all this stuff.
but you get it for the whole year, and it is only $5. I wonder what you get, just out of curiosity, because this
So
was
it
not
promotes the like
planned.
whatever your username is store to more people.
Mhm. Oh yeah, what do you? This is just the store, but I mean, I want to know what I get. I want to know what I get. Come on.
Go back. I think it's like listed under the like
Yeah.
menu sort of thing.
There's a lot of stuff. It is funny because I mean, it's a big jump between $5, $22, $60. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty.
You know what's funny
Dang.
is like one of my day jobs. Like we use Squarespace, and I think I have like the same login. Like you have like a login, you see the pages that are in there.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like my boss for my job, like my actual real job, pays for a lesser Squarespace plan than the one that we have.
yeah.
Yeah. And for some reason we have to have the one we have, and it's not that much money. It's like $20, but she has like the $8 plan on the like my job that like pays
Oh
my
my
bills.
God, that's so weird. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of money tied in this stuff, obviously. So, what am I looking here? Oh, I'm trying to find my active listings because I wanted to see if there was a way to
Oh, just
do it
promote
from,
one.
yeah, from this page.
All
Oh,
right.
here we go. Here we go.
That's like a monthly number. That's pretty good. Love it.
Well,
Love
let's
your
just
hustles.
see. Like, I think when you click this, no, they don't. Never mind. See traffic history. Well, that's pretty new. I mean, there's a way to do it. Yeah, like just promote the item. Look, there it is. 3 views. But I mean, there's probably a way over here. No, maybe not. I don't know. I guess
Sometimes, when did you say you listed it?
a couple days ago.
Yeah, I know
So
sometimes like in
yeah, it's
some
got 5
software I
days.
have like an email software or something to say like, oh, for the better stats, like give it 72 hours, or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it may not be up to date, like you said. Oh God, here's my thing. Hurry up.
1, 2, 3, 4, dude, you gotta get a better password, man.
No, what the heck?
Yeah, get your password training on watching Spaceballs.
I've got the same combination on my luggage. Let's see. It's way down here somewhere. I think you can sell it faster. Pages 99 cents now. Do you want to do it? Let's do it.
Hey, why not? It's a good follow up for next time, and then we can sort of like discovering this all at once, and I think it's probably useful for the fans.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's just
Our 15 YouTube subscribers. Hopefully, we get a few more after I posted it into Vampire Council. Shout out to the Vampire Council.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, Vampire Council.
We'll see you soon, and thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel, which you have done.
Oh, excellent. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll have to give an update.
So it's called DC Essentials Red Hood. Don't see as far as they don't put years on these, but I guess you're supposed to do your own research.
Well, it's true.
Paul
Here's
Harding.
a list. Here's a list. This isn't the unkillable red. This is a regular Red Hood. This isn't. What is it? Unkillable Red Hood. Is that what it says?
If there's see number 18 on it, it's
oh, okay, that's helpful.
Number. And
I'm gonna
he's
put
got
that
in the
in the
upper right.
description.
He's got 2 little handguns.
Love it.
Silver. They're silver
Here's
handguns.
one.
So he's
What
kind
is
of like a
this?
little bit Deadpool. This guy.
Okay, this guy's selling it for $150. That can't be right. Let's go to my favorite thing, sold items.
I hope it's $149.
That would be
Yowza.
crazy. Why didn't this? Hang on, this didn't.
I have a Red Hood. You've seen it.
Yeah,
Costume.
you actually, you dressed up as the Red Hood. All right, here we go. Yeah, you want to put it on while we go over this?
It won't fit over my headphones, but
that's this one's $69.99, $65.89,
nice.
$89.96, and a bunch of these that sold. We don't know exactly what the price was. So I'm gonna go with somewhere in the $65 to $70 range based on these couple. This one.
I'm gonna take pictures of this and send them to you.
That's fine. I'll do it. get as much as we can. Maybe we'll boost it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't have a No, it's not. Whoa, these ones are even better. But yeah, those are pretty good. Sought after.
It's sealed up. I haven't opened it at all. I mean, it's got the little tab on it. I mean,
excellent. You know the
it's
other
not
thing.
like I opened it and put it. You know what I mean?
Right. Some people are weird like that. So this is an interesting thing. So this one here, the $65 one, had 27 bids on it. And these two looks like they just sold, buy it now. So
now
this guy said free shipping, which is actually probably why they got more money, because sometimes when you say free shipping, people think,
would you employ that strategy as well?
I don't know. I don't always employ that. Depending on what the item is, I've done it, but sometimes it is. But see, like, if you charge this person charged $8 for $69.99 shipping, but this person got $20 more, if you want to think of it that way, to save free shipping. So I don't know. Sometimes it's a crapshoot. This is also.
So, did you sell this any Red Hoods for your friend?
Let's go back to the archives here. I
have another one too.
I don't know. It is. I had a Joker with he had many different knives, and I just kind of put them around his feet. It's like, what do you?
When I had Star Wars toys, I did have the Darth Vader head, and it had a little thing where you could put the weapons. But
yeah, I had that,
and I basically was good about having all the weapons in there, but then I never knew who got what. You know what I mean? I forget who gets this or that, unless it was totally obvious. Oh, that's Leia's thing because it goes with her Jedi Leia. I had the Jedi. The one Leia I had was the Jedi, or what? She's kind of dressed in armor.
Yeah,
because it's Jabba the Hutt's palace. That's
right.
the one Princess Leia I had the whole time. I had 3 Luke Skywalkers, but only one Princess Leia.
Boosh, that was the name of her bounty hunter disguise.
Ooh, nice.
What do you think of that?
Good callback. Good knowledge drop.
Thanks.
They kind of we'll get there. Obi-Wan, she kind of sets up oh, I have a holster all the time.
I know, right? So the Batman looks like around 30, 33, 30, I don't know, 35, 34, 42.
Bummer. This is a way cooler thing than the Red Hood.
I know, look at these. Well, that one's open. This one only 15. I wonder what, I couldn't find it, so I might have sold it. I hate to, not I hate to, but I need to admit to you, I sometimes sell stuff on places other than eBay. I'm gonna check out Mercari. My Mercari app.
I am see now, pure enjoyment wise, right? And my full intention to own these toys was to set them up somewhere. Eventually, maybe I will, with my best pieces or whatever. When I look at it, that Greg Capullo Purple Glove Batman, which references the first Batman stories, that's the coolest one I have. And I would be no, I don't care how much money it's going for. I'm holding on to this. Now that it's only worth $15, I'm definitely holding on to it. But I think that's a cooler
30.
figure than the Red Hood one.
Some of these people got 30. But, you don't have to sell everything.
Well, it cost me $25.
Right.
You sell it for 30.
That's the problem. Yeah. If it costs you 25, you want to get at least, this person got 50, so that seems pretty good.
That would be I would maybe use my birthday coupons. I haven't done it in a couple of years, but my birthday New England Comics coupons, it's a nice thing. It's $5 off any action figure. I usually be, I'll get one.
Yeah, I don't even get those anymore, those birthday coupons. So lame. They don't even give them anymore. I'm going to do the sad face again. I don't think they know where I live, so that's part of the problem. But yeah, hey, that's so weird. It's
I like that. Well, now your screen is just okay. It went away. That was funny. If I hand this to a video editor and be like, please stop using the emoticons in this.
I know. Thankfully, you're our video editor.
Maybe. So. I do maybe get someone else to do the hard part and then I'll spruce it up. I'd rather do that. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
And if you are watching this,
more. You got a surprise.
And editing, if you are editing this, thank you. But cut that out when we're referencing you. Cut it.
Yeah. What? All right. You have a surprise.
I'm dusting this off. Literally, I just noticed it's super dusty. I want to, because you know how we feel about Trek at the League Podcast. We love it.
Oh, I do.
And this is sanctioned, League approved, because it's James C. Kirk. Everybody likes James C. Kirk, but to go in the Clay universe, I'm stuck. My video's stuck.
There it is. You're moving slow. I don't know what's going on. It's all the screen sharing. Look
at
there it is.
The Clay universe includes Star Trek: The Next Generation. So it says as featured in Star Trek: The Next Generation, James C. Kirk Star Trek Collector's Series Starfleet Edition battle dress uniform, which these are the coolest uniforms when he had a green shirt on in the original series.
Is that his battle dress?
It's called, that's his fancy, it's his fancy one, and he's got a tricorder and a medical examiner thing, whatever they call those.
Whatever they call those things. Let me see if I can find.
Oh, it's got a phaser in there. These old school things, it's really hard to see, but there's a phaser inside, but on the top, blocked by the big Star Trek logo. They don't show you all the toys unless you investigate. But this is all sealed up.
Let's see what we got here. They call it the. Oh, here it is. Here's one. Oh,
Nicholas Meyer logo. Da, 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 da.
$18. Here, let me go back to screen sharing just to.
18. Fuck you. This thing is worth $18 million.
Here's one sold. I'm not saying what it's worth. I'm saying what it's sold for. There's one for 18. Here's one for 20. Well, that's about it.
There's different versions of it there. I see there's a yellow.
Well, there's one in just his regular.
Does it? If you click on any of those, does it tell you when? Give you a date? I'm curious.
This says 1995.
Yeah.
Playmate. Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I think it's funny because they use the movie logo, but they also use the Star Trek Next Generation logo. So I think it's kind of still you remember Star Trek, right? Please watch our new show.
It wasn't new. Star Trek The Next Generation had been on for 7 years by 1995. That's interesting. This person also went with free shipping, even though they only charged $19.99. So that means that cuts into they really probably only made about $10 off of that.
There's some really cool stuff on the back of this.
I mean, if were I you, unless you're really hard up for money, I would just say hold on to that one.
I'm holding on to this. It's got a Star Trek Delta shield that he stands on.
That's
classic phaser energy rectification weapon used by Starfleet personnel circa 2266. This is good copy. Exclusive Playmate Star Trek Space Cap. I don't know what that is. But it's probably I think maybe it's a POG. It's a POG.
Okay.
Classic communicator. Compact handheld personal communication unit with flip-up antenna grid used by Starfleet circa 2266. Classic tricorder multipurpose scientific and technical instrument featuring state-of-the-art sensing technology circa 2266. 2266. I guess you said 2266.
That's the star date, right?
Yeah. No, that would be our time, 2266.
Oh.
Captain Kirk in his full dress uniform stands ready to go where no man has gone before, plugged into his action base before they had Disney things you could plug into your Wii or whatever.
Right.
So he's
Oh,
plugged
well,
into his Delta. I love that. I'm surprised that
I'm
my two
surprised.
favorite toys out of these 3 toys aren't going for more money.
It all has to do with, what, like supply and demand, basically. If there may not be a lot of
Yeah,
demand for a 1995 Captain Kirk, unless
they
William
had
Shatner, well, I don't know,
in
he went to
Strange New
space.
Worlds. They did just have Captain Pike dressed up in that uniform, which was cool. So if anything, maybe now, but it's not like it's Captain Pike. So I don't know.
I don't know. Those were all sold in April, so, or one of the, not
Can
really.
you did mention something about? Well, thank you for looking those up, and I
Oh,
think
of
I'm going to sell the
course.
Red Hood, and
Yes, send me
you
the
can do
pictures.
free shipping, you can boost it, whatever
We'll see.
gladly pay for that, whatever
We'll use
services
our,
we
we'll
want to employ there to sell that
yeah,
Red Hood. Even though I love Red Hood,
yeah,
but I think it's worth it for the money to get rid of that one.
yeah. That one's pretty good money.
And I like the other one so much. So I noticed on your Facebook Marketplace, and forgive me for it sounding like a little bit of a creep, but I almost texted you asking, "What the hell are you doing over here? What are you doing?
Oh,
What are you selling over here? What are you doing over here, buddy?
hey,
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 doing?"
what are you doing over there?
Because I was really curious about you selling like an RCA cord on Facebook Marketplace. Tell me about your motivation there.
So a guy at work he's retiring and he's cleaning out his office and he gave me this box. It's like box O cords.
Ah,
And
I
I was
thought
like,
you were
whoa,
getting rid of Ultimate Dursin stash of stuff.
no.
Because I was like,
I
is
after
it real? Because we always talk about, is it worth your time? Is it worth your time to sell an RCA cord?
Nah, that's not really worth. I mean, it's not. I have a little free time these days, so it wasn't. That's not as a big a thing for me. And I did sell it for only like $3, so it's not. I sold one of them. I had several, and nobody in my line of work, we don't use RCA anymore. So I was like, somebody might
No, not
want
in
these.
Ultimate Dursin world.
Yeah. So, and in another way, you're almost like somebody might want these. You know what I mean?
You need
Like
an RCA cord, you go to eBay and get one.
well, I mean, I sold it on Mercari, right? And I had it listed, and the guy said, "I'll give you." I had it listed for like $4. The guy said, "I'll give you 3." I said, whatever." So
But then
like,
you have to pay. What's the shipping on that?
I mean, they cover the shipping on that. That's the 3. I think I'm gonna make here. Let me look it up really quick because it's not. I have it right here. Um, let's see if it gives me the details. I made all of. Oh, I don't know. Actually, it's not gonna give me the details until it's done. It's probably going to end up being like 280 or something, right? Like or something like that when they take out their fee. But no, that the person who bought it will pay the shipping, and I will make $3. The thing is, I have several, like I said, and I have other cords too. I have RCA to mini, whatever, like
I've got
stereo.
every cord you could possibly imagine.
I think
Multiple
that's the
of
thing.
them.
A lot of them are musicians and stuff like that. So I found these and I just thought, like, you know what? It's a good way to get rid of this stuff. Also, I'm also kind of an environmentalist a little bit in a way. So better than just throwing them in the trash or having them hang around in my, office, I can sell it, make a couple bucks. Something like that, it's almost more of like I'll make a little bit at a time. But I was thinking also of maybe just putting like, here's 5 chords,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
In
Have at
honor
it.
of your selling, I thought it was like I'm glad that it was somebody else's. I don't know why I care even at all, but I was like, he's probably got a lot of RCA cords. He needs to sell them all.
Is
This
he
is
that
in
broke that
honor.
he's selling his $3 chord? Oh my God, I have one of those.
You know what it
Wow.
is.
Yeah. It's
It
basically a
has
giant
a couple
power strip.
uh USB cords here at the bottom. It's just a
Yeah.
power strip, but it's a tower, which
Yeah.
we reconfigured our sort of living room. This was for our old place. It's pretty useful, but also I don't need it. So, but I probably will need it, so I'm gonna hang around to it. But I was like, what? I was like, I gotta go in the spare bedroom and see what stuff I could sell. This jumped out at me like, I wouldn't mind getting rid of this fucking thing, but also maybe I'll hold on to it. It's still pretty useful, but I don't need it.
I mean, something like that. I don't know. You might need it. That's what was it, like $20 probably on Amazon, or that's what I bought mine for.
Yeah,
probably.
something like that. And it was perfect that when I needed it at the time, it was the perfect thing. I was like, oh, I need it to be a tower, and you can turn off the little things, like don't have this one on or turn it on and off.
Right.
But it's kind of it's in a way it's kind of overly. It's a bit much. You know what I mean? It's like overly designed.
It is. Mine is tucked behind the TV because it's better not seen, and you know what I mean. Like it's because it's kind of it's a bit much, and my TV still sits on the thing. It doesn't hang, so I can keep it there and keep it hidden. So that's what I did.
I had to replace it, and what I did was I replaced it with one of those really long ones that you would see in an office, like that has like little outlets. It's like it's really long and it hangs on the wall, but it's just like it takes up less space because this is like 3D takes up space. So that one kind of is a little bit more flat. So
that does
served its purpose. But.
It's probably something like you could go on Facebook Marketplace and say, hey, does anyone need this? You could even
do you want to just have this fucking thing?
Well, you could do that. You know? They have groups, we can just give shit away for free. But I feel like people, like I've said in the previous episodes, people are a little more apt to actually show up and get the thing if you say like $10, you know what I mean? Like, and say, okay, and like, whatever, and I know
it seems like a good Facebook Marketplace thing, and
that's
you wouldn't
what
think that I was a creep when you saw it on my Facebook, because I'm your friend on Facebook, and I think you're like you have some sort of special status on my Facebook, so like when you post, I immediately get like a notification about it. So like when but I'll just be scrolling there and I'll be like, look at these marketplace items. Matt Dursin RCA
cable. I got other stuff up there and on other cables too, because I was just like, hey, let's try it, let's see. So, but it was all from that guy's box, and I don't need them, but he just left it outside my office, and he was always nice to me too, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, get rid of your crap, So that's the story there.
He's not wanting the money.
No, I mean, technically they didn't even belong to him. They belonged. I'm not going to say he didn't buy them with his own money, but he retired. He's gone. He's probably on a beach somewhere in Acapulco.
He's probably not thinking about his RCA cables at all. And we're actually talking about them on. What an interesting turn of events.
Well. It's been, to be honest, like this is the thing that I do. Like, RCA was like VCRs back in like the 90s, like the red, yellow.
Gotta get the gold.
Yeah, right. The red, yellow, white, cables. If somebody out there doesn't know what RCA is,
well, I have 2 red and black ones, but I need a white one for the video. So I'll just strip this other one off of here, and now that's 3 RCA cables. They're not color coded right, but at least it's left to right in video.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, as long as it works. But it's been a long time since those have been really relevant. But everything old, you know what I mean? Like people need stuff sometimes. Again, and people love old technology. People love stuff like that. So I provide them with the with that if I can, and make a couple bucks, like literally a couple bucks. But if I sell like 4 of them, I guess whatever. It's a little bit of money, and I get them out of my office, and help somebody out who might need them. But I'm not gonna get rich, that's for sure. So that's the story of the RCA cables.
And this is
and the
Jackie
tower.
Jack LED. Jackie
Oh,
Jack
LED. Yeah, whatever. That's the story. So I don't know, but everything, someone might need one of those, and you can even wait a few years and sell that thing. People are like, whoa, we don't even have plugs anymore.
Yeah.
the way technology moves, it could change. So all.
Yeah,
and then people
it might be like nobody uses USB chargers anymore.
I mean, you may be right. It's USB-C.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah. So in a couple of years, you can sell those too. Nice. Who knows? But that's how technology works. Hipsters and people. And then there you go. Also, my taxes just went up on my mortgage, so I literally need every dollar I can. So, hey, a couple bucks for an RCA cable.
You would have a field day and 3 milk crates of fucking cables I got going on in there. I actually did a sort, and I put the with and they are just waiting to be used someday. If I need, I labeled them. I put them in kind of a life hack thing. If you do have a cable management thing, maybe you have a milk crate full of cords. You want to put with I bought these little bags for them that are that have a zipper on them, and then I write XLR on them or whatever.
Right.
So they're easy to find. But inside of those bags, I bought the big Ziploc bags, and then I could just say, oh, these are all lightning cables. These are all mini USB cables. These are all bricks. And I just put them in one thing. I don't have to label it. I just say light. And they're all sitting in there. If we ever needed to find any cord, literally. Stacey's do you have this? I'm like, yeah. She was always asking for the XLR cords to bring to her shows or whatever. I was like, here's all the XLR cords. It's labeled. Just take it with you. Literally, don't ask me about it ever again. Just if you lose them, I don't care. You could leave them at the venue. Just whatever. Get it out of my face.
Well, there you go. Cords, dude. Yeah, you never know. So I guess that's all I got. Do you got anything else that you wanted to?
I'm good. I just started making my camera shake. No, I'm good. That's everything.
All right, that's great. Thanks for watching. We'll have to post an update on the Thor comics.
Please subscribe to the LeaguePodcast YouTube channel.
Is it down there? Is it down there? Wherever it is. And also go to LeaguePodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts, and you can listen to some podcasts.
Instagram.
We're on the gram.
Sometimes we post funny things on our Instagram, but also in our Instagram is an easy way to get to the podcast itself because the link is in the bio. So
link is in the bio.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Then we'll always say, hey, our Moonraker episode is come with.
Right.
Our Moonraker episode is here. Link in bio, and it's never hard to find from there.
Yeah, that's right. And we're also over on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, all those places.
Everywhere.
So.
We're everywhere. I just got a little thing from Apple Podcasts that was here's your creator view. Here's all the thing on eBay. Here's all your listings. Here's what this and that. And I'm like, oh. Now I looked at that. Now there's a bunch of work I have to do. I have to go in and update some stuff that I forgot to fill out.
Work.
Yeah, but work. I'm glad I did. But you can follow us there.
Yeah, check it out. And Apple, they have the review thing. If you want to leave a review, it's all good. But
that would be nice.
As long as you listen, it would be nice. As long as you listen, I'm happy. So, and tell people.
In this case, because this is actually a unique thing because even if we do a video podcast, we usually release the audio, but this is a more visual thing. So this is our patron-only video content.
Patron only, except everyone can watch.
Yeah, for free patrons.
Yes. Well, thanks, Clay, and thanks to you for watching. And we'll see you guys later.
Later.